Now, step 3. Okay, so we've used our back stitch, we've used our running stitch, and next thing we're going to do is our whip stitch. So let's get the waistband set up so we can use our whip stitch. Okay, so our waistband is the twill tape that I gave you in your package. And I gave you one that's nice and long, and I gave you enough so that you could wrap it around your body all the way around and then tie it in the back. You certainly don't have to. You could just pull it and tie it in the front if you would like. For me right now, I'm going to use less twill tape and just tie it in the front. So I'm going to use a shorter piece just so I'm not so wasteful, because I don't have to tie it in the back. Okay. So I'm going to half my twill tape. So I'll find my center, and I'm going to turn my skirt over so that I have the pretty side up, the right side up. And that's here. And I'm going to put that halfway point of my waistband at my center back. So there's my halfway point. I'm going to lay that at my center back waistline so that it sits on my waistline stitch line. The bottom edge is sitting on my waistline stitch line. And now I'm going to throw you for a loop. Now I'm going to pin straight up and down across the twill tape. I know we haven't done this before, but yes, it's another way of stitching, okay? And the reason I'm going to do that is because we're going to basically use both types of pinning to prepare this waistband. So right now I'm going to pin it up and down, and I am going to take sections of this skirt and pin them to the straight twill tape. So yes, I have this curved skirt here, but I'm basically going to straighten it and then lay the straight twill tape over it in sections. So I might be doing like 3 inches at a time, and then I will lay a pin in there. I'm going to straighten this out and then lay my twill tape down so it's laying on my waistline stitch line, and I will put a pin. And I will do that again. I'm going to pull it straight and lay it down, and then put a pin perpendicularly. Okay, so it's going to continue to look like that. And I will do that all the way across the length of that waistline, all the way across there. Boom. All right, so that's first half. The second half is now I'm going to wrap this twill tape around to the back side. And what it's going to do is it's going to sandwich the raw edges inside that twill tape. So I'll wrap it around, and now I'll do your favorite pinning, which is parallel to that edge, which is where we're going to be stitching. So I'll fold it over, and basically I'm going to be matching this edge with this edge, and I will be pinning through to hold that in place. So edge to edge and pin. So I'll fold it over, edge to edge, and pin, parallel. Fold it over, edge to edge, and pin. Okay, so it'll look like that, and on the back side it will look like that. And of course I'll do that the whole distance of my waistband. Okay, so the very last thing we have to do is sew it on there. So I don't have enough thread because I just had enough to demo, but you will have more thread than this. Okay, so now we're going to do a whip stitch. Now granted, you would normally, and you'll start at the very edge of the waistline of the skirt there. I'm going to start here and just do where I have pinned. So if you can, I would hide the knot inside the waistband there so we don't see it. So I'm going to tuck it underneath there so it goes away. And now what I'm going to do is basically kind of wrap the stitches around the edge of the twill tape. So I am going to go up, I'm going to move this out of the way because it's in the way now. I'm going to go at an angle. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that one. I'm going to do the regular whip. I'm going to go up and down because that's the one I taught you. I'm going to do up and down, and I'm catching this side of the twill tape, and I'm going to catch that side of the twill tape and go around, and then the stitch will be at a diagonal. And they catch through the purple, catch through 2 layers of my white, and oops, he's in the way. Get rid of him. And I'll wrap it around. Catch, catch, stitch it. Okay. So I'm doing my whip stitch. Once the pin's in the way, just pull it out. Okay, so it starts looking like that. Pull it out. I'm going to stitch straight up and down across my twill tape, straight up and down across my twill tape. And now try and stay as close to that edge as you can when you do your whip. Like that. Remember how we did that? Yes, Sam? Got it? Okay. So we end up, so we're holding all of our layers together, and we'll do that whip all the way around that edge. And you'll get both sides at the same time. So it'll look something like that on the one side, and it'll look like that on the right side. And you'll do that the whole distance. That looks very nice. Okay, now to finish it, let's take these raw ends and do a knot, and just do a little overhand knot to hold them. You know, ideally in a real world, when we had a sewing machine, we would finish this edge, we would do a little rolled hem on it, or we would do a serged edge or a zigzag on the machine to finish it, because this of course could still ravel. And we would also have finished our seam allowances. We probably would have done a serged edge on here, or remember those pinking shears? We could have done a pinking shears stitch. Well, I'm getting tired. Pinking shear cut on this so that it didn't fray as much, but I didn't give you all pinking shears, so it's a straight cut. Actually, it's a selvage cut. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's not really going to fray. Haha. Okay. You're right. No fraying there. Okay. So yeah, that is about it. So that is our circle skirt, and you've got plenty of time to do this because this is your final project, and I really appreciate your guys hanging in on and getting this all done, and congratulations when you get it done. Send me a beautiful picture of your skirt, and thank you very much.